the main thing I was doing this main thing I was doing this channel update for, besides talking about, you know, everything else on what is on how the current playthrough is going, and a couple of ideas that I've had. I am thinking of either going back on the 4th Let's Play poll, which again, Right to Hell Retribution 1, and with it being a two-way tie between Jak 2 and what I call the David Cage Marathon, which I would be playing Indigo Prophecy, or as it's known, I think in the UK as Fahrenheit, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls. Which Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls are actually some of my favorite character, story-driven kind of games. I really like the games. Indigo Prophecy, I haven't actually played myself yet. I've seen a full playthrough of it, but it's been a couple years since I've seen it. But I wanted to actually play this game for myself, really ever since Heavy Rain. And Heavy Rain, I think, came out in like 2009. I think. 2009 or 2010. One of those. But yeah, like I wanted to play Indigo Prophecy ever since I played Heavy Rain. So it's really either do I jump into Jak 2, a game that I have really, I personally cannot play it. It's frustratingly difficult, especially compared to Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. I'm very confused of the direction they were going with that game. I know a lot of people like the entire, you know, trilogy of the Jak series. I know there's other games, but the main 3 Jak games, I know a lot of people like them, especially like 2 and 3. But it baffles me on just the direction they were going with, how difficult it is, how obvious of a Ratchet and Clank almost clone game it is, with including guns for some reason. Like I think that's the more thing that weirded me out, was that it wasn't about an action platformer. It was it became a third person shooter, like Ratchet and Clank pretty much. I mean, mind you, that game's platforming, to a degree. But anyway, so it's either do Jak 2 or do the trilogy. Now, if it comes to the trilogy of Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls, which that's actually mainly to set up. Some people may be wondering, why pick suddenly to do 3 games at once. Well, 2 things. One, two things. One, I want to do these games to set up for the next Quantic Dream, for the next Quantic Dream game. I want to set up for that one, which is Detroit Become Human. I want to set up for that one whenever that gets released, and I think for the most part it's probably going to be sometime next year. Maybe if I had to guess, probably the summer of 2017. So, and then also brings me to the second point of why I want to do the trilogy. Besides setting up for the next game, I want to do them because, again, 2 out of 3 of them are games that I really like. Even though, again, they're more story driven, they're more character driven. As for an actual Let's Play of it can be, I don't know, difficult, because since a lot of it's just going to be me pressing, going for, or completing a quick time event or talking to people. Since it's mostly going to be that, it's really not going to be more me talking. I guess that's kind of the confusing thing when it comes to that, when it comes to games like that. But besides those 2, Indigo Prophecy, as I've said, I've wanted to do for quite a few years now. But what I would think I would do is not do them all like one after another. I would probably take some time in between but I would start off with Indigo Prophecy, of course. I would start off with that, of course, but then maybe do another game in between, then Heavy Rain, then another game, and then Beyond Two Souls. That way, and probably by sometime, like probably if I can get all 3 of those games done, probably by like the end of this year. I would like to get, actually be able to get that accomplished. But I would like to get all 3 of those games done by the end of this year. So chances are, I would like to do a game in between of each of those games, and then that sets up for, sometime next year when Detroit Become Human comes out. Now, also again, I am open to any sort of opinions on what I should play next, either between Jak 2 or Indigo Prophecy, or if people want to see me actually do all 3 games back to back to back. I'm cool with that too. So really, you have 3. Really, I just have 3 options. As far as I can really guess, just for either Jak 2, Indigo Prophecy, or the third option to do all three of those story-driven games back to back to back. Like I guess I kind of pointed out in the poll, I guess. Yeah, I think that's just about it. I mean, the schedule, as usual, with just one game being put out, one episode of one game being put out every other day. I've been doing it for quite a while. It's kind of worked to my liking. But I mean, as more life stuff comes in, with getting an actual job, getting going for an actual career now that I'm out of college and stuff, and wanting to work on getting a job, but then not having any sort of drive to do that at all. When all life stuff comes in, it becomes to be a little bit more troubling with doing YouTube stuff. So I don't want to push all this on like, oh, I'm going to be doing YouTube stuff forever, which I'm not. I kind of wish I could. I wish I could be the type of people who could literally make a living off of making videos. But that's not me, I guess. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That's